Alrighty, guys. This is Cloud Kingdom. Medulin greeting his opponent with get lag, have fail. He apparently
Medulin down 2 games, so there is the chance that we will be seeing a 3-0 in both of our quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Which isn't really what we wanted.
It's not.
No, we don't like our one-sided games. We're very happy to see the games go on to 5.
Yeah.
So, at the moment, Hordeon is just actually ahead. Like, there's no other way to say it. He's ahead on his drone. It's building faster.
Yeah, he is. His first Overlord is out, and yes, you pointed it out correctly. Medulin 3 supply behind now, it evens out, but that's when all the drones are popping for Hordeon. So he's ahead just by about 8 seconds on those. And yeah, let's see how those players will open. Medulin not opting to go for any kind of aggressive or cheese build this time around, as it failed on the previous map, so he does not want to be doing that again.
So I've started to have an idea. What if we cast an entire game by only looking at the minimap and the production?
That's what I do all the time.
Yeah, but you don't ever look at the actual engagements. You just look at the minimap. You never, like, you just pick a dark corner and you stare at that, and then you only look at the minimap.
No, sorry, I couldn't do that to the viewers. They need to see the fights.
I feel that would be the best way to annoy them all. Like,
you want to annoy our viewers?
Of course I do, BelleNOiR. Why do you think we've been teasing them the past 2 days?
Oh, that's right. What have we been teasing them with exactly? Because there's a lot of...
The fact that you're going to take your shirt off at the finals for the next tournament, so that the viewer, the player that wins the tournament gets to see your chest. Oh, did I just let slip the prize already?
You're so bad.
I am so sorry, BelleNOiR.
You're so bad. Okay, so we do have a hatch first from Medulin, followed by a pool, as opposed to pool followed by a hatch and a gas for Hordeon. So yeah, again, slightly, it's sort of like a opposing type of builds. What is it?
People are calling you Sex Noir in the stream chat.
Sex what?
Sex Noir.
Sex Noir. Yeah, well, that's a nickname I can go by. I can live with that.
Welcome
Thank you guys.
to BelleNOiR's exciting sexual position stream, where you learn new stuff every day.
Well, I can give you the phone numbers to my ex-girlfriends, and you can ask them.
No, we don't want to hear from dissatisfied women.
That's what you think you would hear.
Trust me, BelleNOiR. I could give people my phone number; they'll hear just as well how dissatisfied we former girlfriends are.
What?
Oh, the engagement's going to...
Oh my god!
Boom, son!
Damn, what just happened? Couple of hit
Hordeon's
points on both of them.
bounced.
Whoa. That was some excellent piece of micro. 2 Zerglings versus 2 Zerglings, and 2 of Hordeon's survive, and 2 of Medulin's go down.
That is purely just out of the fact that Hordeon's got the first hit.
No, he also was doing micro. He was pulling back. Yeah.
He wasn't moving them at all. It all just
was.
sat there and did nothing. I think that was just a pure luck first hit scenario where he was on the high ground.
Okay, I'm not biased at all, but I think Hordeon has superior micro to Medulin. But I'm not
You
biased.
can't micro units that aren't moving. That's not a thing.
It will be after this cast is finished. I will create a new thing for StarCraft.
You'll create a thing where units don't move, but they micro?
Yes.
Oh, Is this an extension of the fact that Protoss units all stand on top of each other and don't move already?
Maybe. Alright, additional gas is being planted down by Hordeon. He's moving up to 4 gases. He's got the Baneling Nest. Medulin is getting the Baneling Nest as well. And right now Hordeon opts to get the Roach Warren as well. Sort of similar for both of these players. Food counts are a lot more closer this time around, so it will all come down to how to the ordering and overall how well thought out each build is for both of these two players, and the decision on when do I get the building, when do I get the upgrade, when do I get this, when do I attack, that's going to be causing the difference in both of those players and potentially decide the outcome of this clash. This is the match point for Hordeon, and Hordeon is getting a third base right now.
But we do have a lot of gas gone down, and the Spire started already. So we're going to have to see if Hordeon is capable of reacting to this kind of Spire play effectively. Especially considering the fact that he's taken his third base. Spire very strong on this map. You can just bounce between bases so easily. Unless you have like Hydralisks planted in the right space.
Yeah.
But Hordeon is getting his Overseer, ready to hopefully move in around his opponent's bases. Where is it? Ah, there it is, up at the very top of the map.
Oh, there we go. Luckily for Medulin, the Spire is planted in the natural at the back. Now that being said, we do have an attack on the third, which has been cancelled. That was a huge boon for Medulin, delaying that hatch as he gets his own down. And by the time Hordeon is moving for the counterattack straight away. He is heading for the third base. He wants to kill it straight up. Let's see if he saw the Spire. No, he did not see the Spire, actually. So for all what he knows is there is no Aryans be coming out in the near future, and the hatch will get cancelled.
Medulin was ready to just outright make 10 Mutalisks, but he's spending money on Ling Banelings right now, which is not what he needs. And Hordeon could kill most of those Banelings, but he's not taking the risk. They are close to completion.
Oh, and they all blow up on the roaches. What? That was the worst move possible to make with those Banelings. Hordeon just pulling back his Lings just in time to get out of the range of those, but Medulin will defend. Problem is, the hatch, third hatch for Hordeon is almost finished. Medulin going for it straight away. This is a battle of who gets the third base out.
Indeed, but the Mutalisks will be here soon, and Hordeon has started to expect it. He's got his Spore Crawlers coming up, so he'll be able to defend his main base, his natural, but he will have a bit of trouble with his third, unless he starts throwing down those Spore Crawlers right now.
Well, the Mutalisks, and there's the Spore Crawler, the Mutalisks cannot kill in these low numbers. They cannot kill a hatchery all that much quick.
No, but they can deny the mining from
They can deny the mining, that is true, but as long as you keep the hatch down, doesn't matter, because you will have the drones to saturate that immediately. Medulin trying to plant down his third hatch. Yet again, the Mutalisks are making their way. Where are they?
They're trying to pick apart at the extractor, which doesn't have drones in it, so that could be counterproductive, alerting Hordeon that he's made a slight mistake with his drones. And it's going to come down to these small movements where he's just positioning himself right. A drone picked off here, drone picked off there, but he's put way so much into his Mutalisks now. There's, 12 Mutalisks in this pack that he's going to have to do some significant damage to them.
And the first infestors are coming out right now. They will have enough energy for a fungal, and one fungal, if it catches those mutas in range of a Spore Crawler, that could be devastating for Medulin. Medulin is switching back into roach production, though. He's not relying on these Mutalisks to do the job and to win the game for him. He's just sitting at a comfortable 12 Mutalisk number, and he's switching it up and going back into roaches. He's getting Burrow, he's getting Glow Reconstitution, he's getting his +1 range, +1 carapace. And yeah, he should be more active with those Mutalisks, and right now he is going to kill all the Overlords he can out on the map.
So he's making a good choice as well, going for the Hydralisk. He doesn't quite have the gas to support any sort of infestor production because he put down 1,200 gas into his Hydralisks. Into his Mutalisks, sorry, yes. So he's just at this stray point where he doesn't quite have the gas to go infestor, but he needs something more than Roach Mutalisk. So he's getting the Hydralisk to compensate for that lack. So if hitting on right timings, Hordeon can step ahead.
He can. So far, these two players are neck and neck in the food counts, and Hordeon is getting his Hydra Den as well. It just now finished. so he will be able to defend versus those harassing Mutalisks a little bit better. But they have been doing an awesome job so far. The resources lost is exactly the same apart from 25 odd minerals. For both of these players, drone counts are 53 versus 54, so this game is a lot closer than the previous games we've seen between these two guys.
But just look at the vision of each different player. Medulin has everything. There's nothing he doesn't see on the map. Hordeon, he's about to lose his only vision out on the map. He doesn't know what's happening if an attack's about to roll in.
Yes.
So he's in the dark, and that's where Medulin needs to start. Just run a counterattack in. That would be so effective. Things right now like that right now will secure him a win. He doesn't want to be throwing his Mutalisks away in any risky scenarios, though.
Yep, those infestors were poised to snatch any bit of that group of Mutalisks, so they would be able to look at that reaction time. Medulin spotting that moving army immediately and pulling back the Mutalisks. The army sizes are actually 126 for Hordeon and 111 for Medulin. Let's see the unit counting station. Here right now we do have 23 Hydralisks for Medulin versus 13 for Hordeon. Hordeon is quite heavy on the roaches, having 33 of them as compared to 15 of Medulin, but he's got 4 infestors. That being said, we do have...
Oh, and the fungal goes down on the Mutalisks.
Oh my god.
All of them are going to get ripped apart now by the Hydralisks. And that is a colossus win for Hordeon. Removing those from the fight, it's now just a lot of Hydras is all his opponent has. The infestors are going to be so key in this battle.
Yes, they are. If they get a good fungal off, and oh my god, Medulin's army is out of position. Hordeon has a free access to natural, and all the buildings are there, and quite a lot of drones. There comes the infested Terran spam, and the banelings did go off, but all the Hydras get fungaled.
And that was a slight mistake there, where he lost a lot of units, mainly the infestors. But this engagement will continue. And this is an upgrade advantage at the moment for Medulin, so it's going to come down to units, and Hordeon is just pulling slightly ahead here. And Hordeon will be capable of doing some damage, but he's not going to win the overall war because his reinforcements will arrive a lot slow, and his can get pincered by these roaches now and lose all the Hydralisks.
Yes, he will with subsequent reinforces. That will happen because Hydralisks are squishy, and Hordeon's Hydralisks only have 0 armor, whereas Medulin's units are on +2/+2. But with some very good bit of focus firing, he actually manages to keep these Hydralisks alive. And all he's doing right now is just producing more and more units and streaming them across the map. Medulin in dire straits here. He may lose his natural, and he may lose all of the buildings. And he says, "GG, kick him in the finals."
Oh, Medulin needs Stavathor to win now.